Hi, everyone. I am Dylan McGee. I'm the founder and executive producer of Makers. And welcome to Makers at Home Live. I'm pretty excited about our guest today, Corey. I can't wait to connect with you. Corey Rae, actress, writer, producer. What doesn't this woman do? She's a model, first trans prom queen. It's like that long list of extraordinary human beings. And during COVID, she's been this sort of bright light for me. And she's just got such a good sense of self love, self care. And so I'm really looking forward to this conversation. I've also been told that I ramble on too much at the top. So I want to bring her on right away, Corey. So here I come. Get ready. My most stressful part of all of these. Will she be there? Waiting. I know people are saying, yay, it's Corey. I know.
Hi.
Hi.
Yay.
We did it. Isn't that always, I don't know, do you get stressed about that sort of moment?
Yes, I'm sweating. My
Okay,
lip is sweating.
very good. Now,
I
wait,
just
did you break the rules, Corey? You and I were going back on Instagram. I knew you were going to.
I knew you were gonna say something too.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt and
Wait,
sweatpants, and
okay.
you cheated.
I'm in sweats.
Okay, all right.
But
But it's like,
I had to put on a little mascara because I needed an excuse to feel good, you know?
well, I didn't say no makeup. I didn't say
Okay. Okay, fair. So no, I'm in pajamas. Don't
no. Okay,
worry.
good. Okay, phew. I have on my my new favorite Smith's. It's chapstick.
Okay.
So that's my like. What's your gloss? Because your lips always look so good.
Thank you. I use Aquaphor,
No, you
which
don't.
yes, which I think is not really good for you. And it's like the one thing that I let slide because, you know, everyone knows I'm like big on clean beauty and vegan,
Yeah,
cruelty free, non-toxic, but it just plumps your lips so well. And they look like it's lip gloss, you know?
totally.
Yeah.
That's Aqua 4.
Aquaphor. Mm-hmm.
I used to
Yeah.
use that on my boys' bottoms.
Yeah. It's a skin healer. I don't know why I started putting it on my lips, but it works. So,
Okay, I'm
you know,
in.
stick with
I'm
what you know for now.
so then what I mean, okay, first of all, just give us a setting. So you are, where are you?
I'm in my bed at home. This is my boyfriend, Lucas.
Oh my God, you're kidding me. Oh my God. Nice
This is
to
what I
meet you,
brought.
Lucas.
This is what I brought for you. This is who's keeping me, you know, sane in quarantine. Um,
Describe Lucas. What qualities do we like about Lucas?
Lucas is always there for me. He is comfortable. He is patient and kind, and he's really good at cuddling. And he's just got a nice, big, strong arm. Uh, that you know, it's just he's good at keeping me company
Oh my God.
in this very lonely time.
We all need a Lucas.
Oh, we
That
do for
is
sure.
so good. It's like that movie, that Tom Hanks movie, right? Survivor, who creates that soccer ball.
Castaway,
Yeah,
Castaway.
Castaway.
Yeah, he's my Wilson. My best friend Lucy sent him to me for Valentine's Day, and she was like, "You need this." And she had just gotten a boyfriend, so she's like, "You need this." I was like, "Okay," and you know what? I did. I like it. Truly is kind of sad how comfortable he makes me, like sitting in bed, and he's just like wrapped around me. I'm like, "Oh, this is like," and then can like interlock our fingers, and I'm like, "This is nice. Like this is."
It's really nice. He kind of does what you say. Like, so when I turn to my husband or he looks at me and is like, I'm making dinner far too many nights versus you. And I'm like, I don't think that's true. Like, you don't have to deal with that tension.
No, he doesn't talk back.
No, but he doesn't cook.
No, and we both know that I'm not the biggest fan of cooking, so I
How's
gotta
that
figure
been?
that out. Oh, you know, the quarantine diet at first started with a lot of pasta, like twice a day. And that's pretty simple to make. And then I started making sandwiches, and I was like, the bread plus the pasta, just like not the
Not,
best because I'm also not working out. So I've become a log in quarantine for the first time in my life. Like I'm so used to like eating healthy and working out, and I've just thrown out the window making very easy dishes. But I'm trying to start getting back into it. I just like, I don't love cooking. I'd rather clean. Like I would much rather clean. Like I don't know if it's the measuring or having to think of ideas or like waiting for it to be done so I can eat it. It's just.
But so it is, just to be clear, so you've been pretty much by yourself this whole time?
I have been. Yeah. I I have a beautiful apartment, which is nice, because it's spacious and I can like go into my living room or like go into my bedroom as I please. So that's good because I have different spaces.
Yeah.
But I do see my mom a couple times a week.
Someone just said white girls can't cook.
Honestly, no comment.
Maybe true.
No comment. But yeah, I just think that like seeing my mom 2 to 3 times a week, that gets my fix for now.
Yeah.
She doesn't live far from me, so we're able to like go on little walks, and I have gone over there. I made her dinner for Mother's Day, which actually went well. But she did need to like end up helping me in the kitchen, so I didn't really make it. She like helped me make it. But yeah, it's good. I'm getting a little antsy though now, and they just extended it as of yesterday until most likely August for Los Angeles at least. So
I mean, that's a lot, right? That's sort of a whole new emotional mindset. I think we kind of went into like, okay, 2 months, but Corey is so cute.
Thank you. No, yeah. Oh, okay, good. I turned my Wi-Fi off. Sometimes that works better. I don't know why.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why, but my Wi-Fi just Spectrum. What can you say? Yeah. So I am getting antsy though because I knew that we were going to keep getting extended, and of course they're not going to tell us all at once. Like, oh, it's going to go till August, September. So I kind of anticipated it, but now it's just wearing on me. Like, oh, I turned 27 in less than a month. Like, this is my last couple months of like, feeling young. I know 27 is still young, but like, I feel like I'm withering away a little, like inside, as we all are. But when a birthday like comes close, you're like, oh wow, like I'm really like, what am I doing? I'm spending all this time inside, like. So that's getting to me a little bit.
So what are you doing then? Because I know you're a writer. I know that you have a video series, right, in the works. Like, so how are you keeping yourself busy?
Yeah. It's funny. A lot of people ask me, most people don't know what I really do. And I don't really know what I do because I feel like I do so many things and nothing all at the same time. Like some days for me, I'm doing nothing but getting into a TikTok hole. And other days I'm like really creative. I am writing. I wrote a screenplay, a romantic comedy that I really like, but needs a lot of work. So that's kept me a little bit busy. And I did realize though, in quarantine, I do like writing, but it's not what I'm most passionate about anymore. And for so long, how I got started in my career was my blog. I came out as trans in a blog post, and I transitioned 6 to 7 years prior to that, but lived 5 years stealth, not disclosing to anyone that I was trans. And when it weighed too heavily on me and Caitlin came out and people started having the conversation of what it means to be trans, and I came out, I didn't expect to still be a writer. I just wanted to like let those feelings go. And kind of overnight with that Yahoo article, I, kind of went viral, and people were like, oh my God, you're a trans activist and a trans writer. And people always said, nurse your baby, like grow your baby. Mm-hmm. And to me, that seemed like writing because I had this blog and I had my column on Stylecaster, which gives advice to trans women. And I wanted to continue that, but I'm not as passionate about it anymore. And I feel like for my personal health, like I have to do what I feel I'm most passionate about. Mm-hmm. And I realized finally in quarantine, like, oh, like writing isn't what I need to go for right now because it's just not what I really want to be doing. And I didn't expect it, but I fell in love with acting. And I really want to pursue that. I have done 2 roles in the past 2 years, one on a web series that I wrote, and another one that was a short film, which isn't out yet. And I just loved it. And I've been modeling for some years now. Nice. And I do love being on set and I'm comfortable in front of the camera. Modeling's gotten me to that point, but I want to take it further. And I've been practicing.
So what's the dream role? Like,
I would love to
who's
be.
the dream director? Like, don't we all want to work for Ryan Murphy or something like that?
Yeah, Ryan Murphy. So I would love to be on the next season of Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah, I fell in love with that show. I watched it. Elizabeth told me about the show and I fell in love with it. Watched it in 2 nights. My mom watched it in like 2 days. I think I don't know if I'm old enough to play the character, but there's the first transgender celebrity. Her name was Christine Jorgensen.
Okay.
She was around in the 50s and 60s. I mean, for a long time she was around, but she was deemed like the first trans celebrity. And if they have that sort of role, I would love to play her or play a cis woman. I don't feel like trans people have to play trans
Have to
people.
play. That was
Yeah.
my next question. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the world is your oyster, Corey Rae. I
Thank
think
you.
we got to start a campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also would love to be a Bond girl. I think that'd be hot, like coming out of the water, like, you know, hair slicked back and like bikini looking all hot. There was a trans Bond girl though. They didn't know at the time that she was trans, but I think that's a great role too. Like,
Okay,
just
so
fun.
I love it. The first trans Bond girl, like, I'm in. That
Right?
would be, I mean, trans or not, you are made to be a Bond girl. All right, so you just have that vibe. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
tell me, everyone seems to be asking about self-care. And so I'm curious because you are just, you know, I'm like, you know, basically whatever soap is next to my sink. It's not totally true. But so what's been your routine?
My routine has been, I wash my face twice a day. I tend to try to use 2 different face washes, one for the morning and one for night. I drink a ton of water. And then I've been doing serums, which for like a couple months I was doing, apparently I learned that it's wrong, but I was doing like moisturizer and then serum. And I learned that it's serum first. Moisturizer. Yeah. And I keep it pretty basic, but I use clean ingredients in my products. I think that is really important. I think people often forget like what we put on our skin goes into us, and
cruelty-free and everything.
Yeah, and cruelty-free vegan, but also like non-toxic. You know, as little.
So what brands do you get? What are your go-to brands?
Should I take you into my little influencer closet?
I would die to see Corey Rae's like beauty.
So this is my beauty products, all here.
And they're organized by what?
Colors, kind of. I've got my Maker's Barbie.
Ah, I love it.
So these are
how do you decide, Corey?
I don't know. It's hard. I use different things every day. This is what I've got under my eyes right now.
Okay.
And there are toners and serums and face masks. These are all my hair products. This is makeup. These are all face masks in here.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and I pretty much go back and forth using different products. I think it's good not to make our skin like too heavily dependent on one thing.
And didn't you do something with, because we love them too, Secret, because they have a deodorant that like, is it true that aluminum free deodorants
are the best? Yes.
Are the best?
Yeah, it took me a couple years. I've been trying for like 3.5 years to find a good deodorant that works for me. I started with a couple different brands. Of course, everyone starts with Tom's. For me, it didn't work the best. And then I went on to Kapari, which was good, but Secret is like, and I'm not even getting paid right now from them to say this, like, it is by far the best natural deodorant I've ever used. I didn't break out. A lot of the time you like break out when you start using a natural deodorant. Didn't break out, didn't have a rash. I don't smell. It lasts so long. The smells are amazing. My mom, who's like, was very hesitant about not using non-toxic, but just not wanting to smell. Like as a hairdresser, she can't have her armpit like in someone's face and like cutting their hair and she smells. She's like, I cannot believe that it actually works. I was like, I know.
All right, everybody, you heard it here. We got to try.
Yeah.
People are saying, I've yet to find one that works. I know, me neither.
And I met the people actually at Makers this year. And I went up to them and I said, hi, like, do you have a non-toxic deodorant? She was like, yes. I was like, I would love, after she spoke, I forget her name's leaving my head right now, but I was like, I would love to work with you.
I think it was Sarah from.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And she put me in contact and I love it. I love it. I'm so happy I found it too, because like I felt I kept like bringing deodorant around with me and like reapplying and like no one wants to be doing, like, I'd be in a bar and I'd be like reapplying deodorant. And everyone's like, are you good? And I'm like, no, I had to bring a big backpack everywhere. It's just
Corey, only you would I talk to about with deodorant on our makers. Like, I love it so much. It's so
I'm okay
good.
with that.
So tell us about, of course, we want to, you know, a lot of people are saying, so you started by saying, like, you know, I'm feeling, you know, now that it's been extended to August, I've been alone. So what is motivating you every day? Like, what's keeping you going?
Yeah, I think I do have a lot of mantras that I try to live by. One I've been doing for years is like, this too shall pass. That one's really hard to believe in right now, but it's true. Like, even yesterday, I got in the car with my mom and I was like, I'm in a bad mood. And she's like, why? I was like, I just like can't believe this is still happening. Like, how did we get here? I mean, we know how we got here, but like, how? And she's like, well, it's temporary. I'm like, is it? And she's like, of course it's temporary. And I had to like kind of remind myself, like, this too shall pass, and it does get better. I work with this nonprofit a lot called It Gets Better, which is an LGBTQ, you know, nonprofit, but like, it's true. Like, it does get better, and we will like get to the other side. And it's kind of just reminding myself of that. I FaceTime my friends all day, every day, like to the point where we'll just have each other on FaceTime and we're doing our own things, but it's like
knowing someone there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you know, I'm single and I'm living by myself. So it is actually like, Lucas is, you know, he cuts it sometimes, but not all the time. Let me wrap him around me really quick.
Yeah, get Lucas there.
He's just, you know, like, oh, and we can just like hold hands and like.
Oh my God, I love Lucas so much. What are your other props that I know we're asking everybody? What are your other props?
I was going to bring my prom queen crown out.
Yes. Can we see it?
Yes.
So tell everyone, those who don't know the story, you know.
It's up there. Hold on.
Oh my God.
I gotta like get up on here. So I was the first openly transgender girl to be crowned prom queen, which was in May of 2010. I'll put it on.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Here it is. Here she is.
There she is.
The crown.
What were you wearing? What dress? Do you still have what you were wearing? The dress you were wearing?
No, I don't. Really unfortunate, actually. I also still have my maker's crown somewhere that we got this year.
Oh, yeah, double crown.
I don't have the dress. I borrowed it from a friend. That's actually a really funny story. I'm gonna keep it on. Why not, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
So my best friend, her name's Karen, who, it's weird to say like we've been friends for 20 years, but we have been. And well, but still, like, that's, you know, wild. Like second grade.
Yeah.
And I was in her house before prom. I could not find a dress that fit me, and hadn't gone on estrogen yet, and also still, I think I was just going on hormone blockers, and I was a late bloomer. But like at 15, 16, you know, it was just, I was in a very awkward stage anyway. Couldn't find anything I thought that was very flattering on my body. And I was in her room and I tried on her dress for fun. And her mom walked in and she was like, honestly, Corey, it looks better on you. You should wear that. Karen will find another dress.
Oh my God.
And she did. She borrowed a different dress. I was wearing a black, like asymmetrical, like one shoulder dress from Forever 21. And she had happened to have like a little like black corsage on it. And I thought that was like a nice nod to like male and female. So I had a corsage on my wrist, but also like the flower on the chest.
Yeah.
Which is like what, you know, males mostly do.
Yes. I like it.
And yeah, I mean, I wanted like a big poofy pink dress. Couldn't find one. And so it worked. But in the movie Queen, hopefully the dress will be pink. So
well, yeah. So what's happening with the movie?
Oh, I don't even know. I mean, I do, but we have had some trials and tribulations, as everyone does in Hollywood. This is the first film I've worked on and I'm executive producing. So I'm very heavily involved, which I love. And we have revised the script so many times. And it's, you know, it was on the blacklist and the glad list when we spoke at Makers 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And the script is completely transformed from there. It's way more authentic to my true story, which I'm really happy about, and more authentic to the trans experience. We did have a director attached, but due to some scheduling, it didn't work out. So that was very unfortunate. I, you know, was pretty heartbroken for a month or so. But
Yeah.
you know, the producers were like, Corey, this is Hollywood. Like, welcome. Like, this is your first like
Like
glance
it's,
at this stuff
yeah.
happens
How
all the
often do you
time.
get it first out of the gate, right?
Yeah. So we're in the process of casting and finding a new director, and it takes a long time. And what was weird is that, you know, it got greenlit. It was going so quickly for so long. And then all of a sudden it kind of just has taken a plateau with everything going on, because we don't know when productions really will begin again. And Hollywood is at a pause. I'm assuming they're going to have to figure something out, because
Of
we're going to
course.
need TV shows. We can't just go on reruns. So
What about the
we'll see.
documentary version? Maybe you need to do the nonfiction version.
That is something I'm very passionate about, because another thing I've had to take a step back on is like, yes, we can get it authentic. Yes, we can get it as true as possible to story, but it's not the real story. And
Right.
things have to be either dramatized or changed. It's also the movie Queen is 2 years of my transition in high school condensed into one.
Would
So,
watch. See, you've got your fans would watch.
oh, yay, get Ryan Murphy to direct. Not a
Yes.
bad idea.
Great, Kelly.
I don't know if it's dark enough for him, to be honest, but I think that I don't know what's going to happen with it, to be honest, but it's going to happen. And it's a
It's
movie
gonna.
that
I
it's
mean,
for
and don't you
me.
feel like Hollywood is moving in a trend toward,
Absolutely.
right?
It's a movie that needs to happen, because it's a
Yeah.
movie that I needed when I was younger and didn't get.
Yeah.
And it's fun and it's poppy, and it'll be, you know, that
Who would
classic
play you?
90s
Who's
movie.
your dream actress?
I don't know. My dream is to gift that role of a lifetime to an undiscovered transgender girl who is looking for a break. There are so many trans actresses out there who are looking for work. And for me, like, that is what I would love to give back, is that role. Like, I think the most popular option is Hunter Schafer, who's stunning and obviously a seasoned actress at this point, and it fits so many of the like ticks so many of the boxes. And I would be honored if she would want to do that. But I would also love to find someone who really is
Up and
struggling
coming.
right now. And I
Yeah.
don't believe, like we said, like, I don't think that trans people have to play trans roles. But
Yeah.
right now, I think it is important that a trans girl does play me.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to have a role in it as well. So we'll see. I'll probably have to audition
You'll have a little
myself.
cameo.
Yes, I'm hoping to play a mean girl in it. So we'll
Oh
see
my
if that
God.
happens.
Oh my God.
Like my own Regina George type of thing.
Well, so let's talk a little bit about trans activism coming into Pride. Do you have plans for, it'll be a new kind of Pride month, right? In
It
June.
will
I don't
be a
know if
new
you have anything planned.
I don't. I'm actually trying to think of how we can celebrate at home. I know that's difficult. I know people don't have money. We can't really be having parties. We can't gather in large groups. And Zoom calls for me are not cutting it anymore, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I know.
I'm over it. You know, I'm over the Zoom calls.
Me
And
too.
it's so business related now anyway. I would love to be able to get a few friends together and us just like share stories and just like talk about our experiences, talk about other Pride experiences. Like, Pride is like, what's the most disappointing isn't like the big businesses that are like, oh, we love Pride, here's rainbow stuff for a month. It's
Yeah.
like what you get out of going to Pride. And it's an indescribable feeling. It's kind of like Makers. Like, when you are there, it's the energy and it's the people and it's the connections that you make. And the first time I had like really in-depth conversations with other trans women was at Pride. And I never had that before. Like, that
Yeah.
was really special for me to hear other trans girls relate to how they date and transitioning and things like that. And I would love to be able to give our community something like that. I just don't know what that is.
Well,
So
if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Corey. And I
I would
think,
hope so.
I know that, yeah, I think it's hard, for the Makers Conference too. We have to rethink everything, and we are all about this experience and community, and so rethinking what that is going to take some time. And
Yeah,
it's we're not going to get it right on the first. I think it's also just experimenting and trying new things.
I agree with
So
that.
what can we focus? How can we educate ourselves more about the trans community? What can we do as a makers community to help you? And are there any not-for-profits or, any hashtags that we can put out there into the world?
Yeah, I mean, a recent hashtag I found was "This is what trans looks like." I
Right.
love that
Yeah.
hashtag.
Okay.
It's not mine or anything, but I started to tag that because I think it's like I think that's so beautiful. Like, this is what trans looks
It
like,
looks
and that's
like.
whatever it is. Another one, which I believe, I don't know if it was started by Laverne Cox or Laverne Cox promotes it the most, but it's "Trans is Beautiful."
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yep.
Trans and
Yep.
Proud.
Yep.
Um, of course, It Gets Better is a nonprofit that I hold near and dear to my heart. I
Yep.
think the message is so amazing. I've worked with them so many times, and I do it because I spend my time working with them because I genuinely believe in like what they're doing. My friend
And what is
I
it so people know?
It Gets Better is a nonprofit that helps LGBTQ youth with coming out, feeling like their best selves, resources. They make incredible videos with LGBTQ plus celebrities. They've got a TikTok account, YouTube, Instagram, if anyone is interested in finding
Yep.
them, a website, Facebook. It Gets Better. They run, a lot of campaigns for trans youth. Last year, they
Yep.
did like a queer book. So we all put photos of ourselves in there and like a quote. My friend Amber did it as well. Like we just got a lot of faces together to do that. They're doing another one this year. So I will be doing that for Pride. A Pride campaign I came out with that was today was Levi's. They did a Use Your Voice campaign. So it launched today. I haven't promoted it yet. So this is the first time I'm talking about it.
Oh,
But it
good.
was with my friend Io, who has a self-evident project. And the photos were meant to be it was like 10,000 images of 10,000 different LGBTQ identifying people. And he was going to display them in massive portraits on the Washington Monument this June to urge young voters to vote. And it's a project that can't happen now. I'm not sure what's going on, but they are selling apparel to I don't know what charity it's going to. I should look into that. But the Levi's campaign is obviously such a big platform. So many people buy Levi's. It's a staple in at least American society. So that was very cool to work with them on that and know that big companies are using platforms for good. And that's always what I've been trying to do is work with people who really truly do believe in my message and aren't just trying to have rainbow capitalism and make money just because of, the month that it is.
Well, we believe in your message. I can't believe our half hour's already over. I love your
Oh
props.
gosh.
I love catching up with you. I want to get you on. We're all going to work to get you. Ryan Murphy is going to be
I love
knocking on your door as soon as he can get out. It's only COVID that's keeping him away from you. You're amazing, a bright light, and thank you for always being so good to makers. Any
Of course.
parting
Thank
words
you.
to our makers community?
Yeah. Hang in there. Know that, it's going to get better. Hi, Lucy. I see you in here. Know that I'm here for you and that, we have to get through this together. And that's the only way it's going to happen. Stay home, stay safe, be hyper vigilant about your hygiene, and we'll get through this.
Yeah. And Carrie, we love you too, both of us.
Hi, Carrie. I love you.
All right, everyone. Big hug to you and a kiss.
Thank you so much.
Stay in touch. Stay safe.
Yes, of course. You too.
Right.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.